Hi, this is Brett,
And Lynn.
and we're here to tell you about some housing news as we've been thinking about this for a long time.
So this is quite exciting, so I hope you're listening.
It's quite simple, really, just to get to the bottom line. We are going to buy two houses.
Two houses. After 18 years, well, we sold our house 18 years ago, and as you know, we've been on quite a journey with our housing.
Yeah.
I've referred to the fact that we're upscale gypsies
For some time.
for some period.
So here's the way it unfolded. As we looked at coming to the end of our lease over here, we considered the options.
Here is in South Africa, right?
Correct, yeah. One of the options was to return to South Africa, but we feel that return to the US, but we feel that the work here in South Africa still needs some more time. It's growing wonderfully. We have 7 training sessions running
So
right now.
proud of my husband. He's been working so hard.
Yeah, 6 training sessions in the South Africa and 1 in Nigeria. So we've got a lot of activity going on, and we think the work will benefit by us being here for a while longer. So this is what we've done. This week, we signed an offer to buy a house. Who's we?
So this actually comes from the money that many of you so generously gave many years ago towards a property which we had hoped to be in the Bay Area. People gave from Joshua emptying his piggy bank through to people extremely sacrificially and generously giving money, including people in South Africa and Nigeria, Indonesia, and different parts of the world. So we've been considering and waiting and praying for many years to actually get this REAP property, as it were.
Yeah, so the REAP property is going to be around the corner from us here in Melkbos-Strand. It's an old house. We'll share more details later.
Old and right now ugly, but
it needs some work, but it has potential.
Yeah, and you know, much as we would have loved to have been in the Bay Area, or for that matter, for the REAP house to have been in the United States, the amount of money that we have is just can't buy anything in the US, and it's been sitting waiting for a long time, and we just feel as if it's very precious seed. In fact, I've actually cried some tears over the preciousness of the seed that was given, but we feel as if it needs to actually be put into the ground so that it can bring about a harvest. And right now, that amount of money can actually get us something here in South Africa, just outside of Cape Town, right near where we've been staying. We've built community here as well.
So that's the first place. The second place is we're going to get a family home, and this has been made possible because Lynn's parents left an inheritance for her and her sister, and so we would be able to buy something in the US, modest, nothing huge.
And also, again, we can't afford to be in the Bay Area, nor for that matter in California, so we don't know where it is going to be, but currently we're looking. In fact, we're most probably experts on every house that's for sale in the southeast, and so what we're praying for and hoping is that we can get somewhere that's within drivable distance of where my sister lives, and where we can easily get to an airport so that we can pop over easily to the Bay Area, to Seattle, to Portland, to wherever our REAP community is. And that way we're actually going to be straddling the Atlantic Ocean with a home here and something in the US.
So the key word is and. We feel still
Brett loves the word and.
The Hebrew word vav. And what we're looking at is still building a bridge between the US and South Africa. Now this might be some additional points in the US. So we continue to do that. So for us, it's nothing new really. And it was quite interesting the other night as we were coming down on this decision. I just dropped some folks off after training on Wednesday night, and I looked at my dash and it was 2222, and I thought that's quite interesting. I took a photograph of it as I was driving.
Not safe, especially at night on South African roads.
But got back, and the next morning as I thought about a tutu. Now a tutu is not what...
Oh, that's a ballet dancer.
Yeah, what you wore when you were a kid. Yeah, if
or a very well-known South African.
Yeah, but it's actually a .22, a rifle. You can't kill a lion with it, you can't kill a bear with it, but a squirrel or some small rodent you can probably deal with. And I felt that we needed to take 2 shots at the same time. They're not huge shots, they're not earth-changing things. It's not like we're going after a Goliath, but to take 2 shots at the same time. Get a property here and a property in the US And as it happens, I got a call on Thursday or a WhatsApp from the realtor saying, there's another offer on the place you've been looking at. You need to make a decision. We closed the loop with the board. We've been in deliberations with them for some time. Closed the loop with them, and half an hour later, 45 minutes later, after we'd talked to our kids, of course, we went and I signed an offer. There was a second offer on the table. Their offer was more. We made some adjustments, and voila, an hour and a half later, signed in the name of Vine Associates, done. So that's
Okay,
it.
now here's the interesting part. It's actually taking every little bit of money that we have in that Vine Associates housing account to actually buy the house. And since our furniture and everything is in the US and we've been renting a furnished place, we actually don't have the money to remodel it, which we are definitely going to have to do, at least lifting up the ugly carpets and painting inside. And of course, we do have all sorts of ideas of how we could make it more suitable, but we don't have a bed, we don't have any furniture. I do have a few teapots and lots of tablecloths and napkins.
See, there's a ridiculous number
So
of
I
napkins.
could lay my tablecloths down on the floor.
Yeah.
But it's once
It's a
again
start, yeah.
an adventure and a faith adventure, and
That's
so,
it.
Yeah,
We'll talk more about
we'll
that
talk
later.
about that later. But
Okay.
anyway.
Good. Okay.